Ain't no way he just got a 55 blade. Alright, so here we have the new Oni. As you can see, it's 9 pips. Same damage as Scion. It's about 2600 base damage. It looks like around there. 2500 base damage. We'll see. I'd expect this to do like 7.8 probably. Maybe 8k to a storm. I guess we'll see. .5 without a buff. Okay, I mean that's not bad. Alright, so this is the new gen, same pips, but it got a 300 damage increase. See how much that does? Probably 4k. 5.7. Okay, dude. Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Liam here, and welcome to today's video on the channel. And in today's video, I have some good news for y'all. In today's video, we are on Test Realm, and there actually are a couple of buffs to Storm. Now, Cam, aka King Hephaestus over on Twitch, who is an associate developer at KingsIsle, has teased at this the last couple of days. I'm not sure if there will be any more Storm buffs at all, but basically we got a couple of card buffs this update. To my knowledge, we have not gotten any stat buffs yet, which is what the community has been asking for. So first things first, the cards. What cards got changed? Well, you have Rusalka. You have Rusalka, the old one, and you have Rusalka, the new one, basically. The old Rusalka, which I put up on screen first, used to give flat blades, which were okay, not that great. But the new Rusalka actually makes it so you're a threat after your Rusalka. So you're a threat with Rusalka, and you're a threat right out of it when your opponent is supposedly going to trade. Now, in my opinion, this is good, but I know a lot of people will be like, oh, Storm is OP. But keep in mind, Storm has been the worst school for quite some time at max level. We were only good for one meta in over an entire year. So KingsIsle kind of do have to figure out how to make Storm better and playable. So I mean, I don't know, man. I really hope that this gives Rusalka a little bit more lethality. Next up, I want to talk about is the Turmoil Oni. Now, as you can see, the old Oni was 7 pips, and it did roughly about 1950 base damage, which wasn't terrible. But the problem with this card was not the damage, really. The damage is okay. It's the fact you don't have a good way to set up a weakness, Gambit. The only way you can do it is by 3-folding, and 3-folding like a meta school, for example, does absolutely nothing for you. If you could put like 3 different weaknesses on, or like something like a weakness and a infect, like spam that instead, maybe these gambits in general would be better. But as of right now, they just cost a lot of pips, and they're not very good at all. That's why it wasn't used before. But what KingsIsle did is they just took this, made it 9 pips, and basically made it the exact same damage as Storm Scion. So it does 2510 base damage for 9 pips now, which basically equals to like 7k if you're a resist school, or 8.5k if you're like a myth, fire, or storm. So I'll be definitely trying to go for Turmoil Oni more often within this update if I can. And the last and final change is the Thundering Djinn change. Now this one got I think about like a 300 damage buff. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but I believe you got a little bit more damage on this card. I think maybe closer to 200, but same pips, same conditional, but the damage went up. So that is a pretty darn cool buff. But again, the same problem with this gambit, with the weakness one, is the fact that you don't really have any good ways to set up heal overtimes or weaknesses. Previously, you would Oni's Forge sets off, and then Rush and Djinn, but now you don't have time to Oni Forge twice and do that. They did make it 7 pips, so to like compensate for the fact that you are spending 6 pips just to set it up. But just to set it up and then have it run out like that is pretty lame, you know? since you have to do it twice now, I would suggest making these last at least 6 rounds or 7 rounds to compensate for the fact that you have to wait an extra turn or two of that first heal overtime to even threaten anything. But before, you could just do it and be a threat right away. You know, you have to wait a turn or two. And they haven't really give us any compensation for that. So, yeah, that's just really the only way you can set it up. Any other way, like Stormzilla or Teacup, will just lose you games. It's horrible. So, I don't know. I mean, I might try it out, but I don't see it working with Trash Shields being 1 pip and there being no consequence to spamming them. But the Jin does do pretty decent damage for 7 pips, and if you can set it up, it is a pretty good card. So, what are my opinions on these changes? Well, they are pretty cool. They're basically all... I mean, it's like 2 damage buffs to Jin and Rusalka, in a way. And then the Oni is basically just like more lethal, I feel like, and incentivizes players to go for it more often, which I think is pretty cool. However, in classic King Sao fashion though, everybody's been asking for more health on a Storm, and they did not give us health even though we have health on their Shamble Wheel. Don't know why. The entire community has been asking for more resist and health, and for non-damage schools like Myth and Fire and Balance to have their damage lowered so they're not literally doing storm damage in this meta. That's what the community's been asking for like this entire update, is for Storm to get very minor like mitigation buffs here, and then the other schools to lose their damage, because again, I don't know why other schools are even coming close to storm damage when they don't give up a thing and they have thousands more health and resist and crap. I think it's pretty stupid. But I mean, at the end of the day, I am kind of thankful that we did get at least something with these card changes. I do think it is pretty cool, and it'll be neat to try and go for one of these in the arena. Most notably, I am excited to just Rusalka into something. Like, you can Rusalka into a 55 bladed King Artorias, which will just kill anybody. So, as long, to my knowledge, as long as you have a single buff or 2 and you hit first, your opponent can't trade with you or they'll die. So, I think that is a pretty cool identity for Storm. Again, if it works that way, that is cool. If not, and we're still dog water, which I theorize we might be, that's not good. But, in my opinion, I think I agree with the community with the sentiment of we at least need like 400 more health, and again, schools like Myth, Fire, Balance need their damage to be cut by like 10 at least in PvP, because the fact they're at 183 damage for free is stupid as hell when they're not a damage school on Shambo. But let me know what you guys think about this stuff in the comments below. Do you like these storm changes? Do you not like them? If you like them or you don't, let me know why in the comments below. Any constructive feedback for test round to give to the developers is always a great thing to have. I will probably be posting some storm content the next couple of days when I can, once I'm done covering all the news, obviously. But yeah, without further ado, y'all, I am gonna head out. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you on tomorrow's video. I think that's gonna be an ELO video talking about the new ELO system, so watch out for that if you do watch PvP. But yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for the love, and take care, guys.